Hey, what's up, fellow investors? Dennis here, and today we're going to be doing another updated video on my Cash App investing portfolio. Now, you guys seem to really like these portfolios and kind of me breaking them down, see what I'm doing, and how the portfolio is performing just as a whole. Now, you can see here, I'm currently sitting at $32.39. Obviously, that's not a lot of money, but what we're doing is every time I make a video, I'm just investing $1 extra into this portfolio. Not $1 a day, not $1 a week, just every time I make a video. So if you've been following along every single time, which you can do by hitting the subscribe, of course, you can kind of just see this progress happen over time. Where are we taking this portfolio? I have no idea. So far we have 5 stocks. If we decide to sell out of one, I'm going to actually go with your guys' suggestions in the comments, which not right now, but in the future we might do that. Maybe in a couple of weeks we'll see how that all goes. But let's kind of break this stuff down and see how it all goes. One thing I also want to do too is if you're somebody who wants to start investing with Cash App and kind of start using it, I'll have a link for them in the show notes. Now, I'll also have a link for the free Cash App training guide if you are interested in learning about how to actually use Cash App Invest, so you guys can get down to like the buy and the sell and just kind of understand the platform more. But with that said, let's kind of just take a look at pretty much the portfolio and see how we're doing. You can see right over here in the day, we're actually up 0.37%. In the past week, we're actually up 14.21%. But in the last month, we're actually down 3.31%. And then the year's kind of skewed there, but it's up about 7.67%. So you can see $30 invested. We have a total gain of $2.39. Like, we can go and, I don't know, go to Wendy's and get some spicy chicken sandwiches if we wanted to with that $2.39. Who knows? So this is the portfolio. We got those 5 stocks. We got Upstart, we got Square, we got Neo, we got Chewy, and we got EXP World. Now, considering that we've done $1 per stock and we got 30, you guys can break down the math on how much each stock originally started with and where they are today. So what we're going to do is in this video, we're going to actually go ahead and put it in an extra $1 for each one. So we'll be at a total of $35 invested and kind of keep moving. I'm not too worried about if I'm buying at a peak or buying at the bottom. For these videos, I'm just honestly buying in and just kind of showing you guys the progress that it goes with just investing in general. So right over here, we got Upstart, which also too, by the way, make sure you do extra research if you are interested in any of these stocks we were talking about, because I haven't done an extensive amount of research with these except for Square. The rest of them I'm just kind of having a little bit of fun with, to be honest. So you can see here, we invested $6 total. All of my gains have pretty much come from this one stock. So, you know, that is what it is at that point, I guess. Sometimes stocks are doing well, sometimes they're not. So total shares owned on this, because we can do fractional shares, we own 0.077 shares. That's almost 8% of one share. Who knew, right? So let's go ahead and buy. It's been a little while since we bought a stock, so let's go ahead and do that right now. So we're going to add $1 more here, and we're going to have this go through. Now, I'm doing this after market hours, so this will go in the morning for us, but that way in the next video, if you guys are following along, you will be able to see that go through. So let's schedule that in and have that load up. Perfect. So that's going to go in tomorrow. So hopefully the stock keeps going up. I think it actually had a little bit of a tough month overall. So even with that having a little bit of a tough month, we are actually still up in the green, which is pretty cool. So next up is going to be Square. So this one right over here, you can see we're actually total gains is 63 cents. So this still has a little bit of a profit if we sold, obviously. So total amount of shares we own on this one is 0.026. So about 2.5%. Yeah, 2.5% of a share. So we're going to go ahead and buy this. Now, the cool thing with Square, in case you didn't know, Square actually owns Cash App, which is the app we're using to buy stock. So I think that's kind of cool to buy into a company that has that, functionality. It even says it right there. So we'll have that scheduled in here. While we're having this load up too, if you are using Cash App, let me know down below if you guys like it, don't like it, or if you're just kind of getting started into it as well. So next up we got Neo. So we invested $6. You could see total gains 17 cents. We own 0.15. So this is about 15% of a share. So we might be getting a full share here sooner rather than later, especially if the stock, goes down like it did for today. So we're buying at a good time. So let's go ahead and add $1 here. Get that going through. and then we're going to go ahead and hit that schedule button. If you guys want to, make sure while we're doing this to hit that like button. It really does go a long way for me. Helps kind of spread out that video to other investors, so you guys can kind of check this stuff out all together. So we got Chewy here. We invested 6. We're actually down about 4 cents. It says loss, but that's only if we sell again. This one we own 0.072 shares, so about 7.2% of a share. Let's go ahead and buy. So because we're buying while the stock is actually lower than its original price point, our dollar cost average has gone down, which is fantastic. Which, in case you don't know, that's essentially if you're buying at a cheaper price point than your initial amount, you're lowering your average cost, which is really nice. Let's see if it actually shows us the original cost. Nope, it does not. That's the one downside with Cash App. Like, it doesn't actually really tell you, unless you're kind of guiding yourself on this map here, what the actual price point is. So you can see it's like $83 right now. What was its peak? It went up to $90 in the last year. So last one over here is going to be EXP World. You can see this one is our biggest hit one. We invested 6. We're actually down $1.30. So this one has taken quite a bit, but fear not, we're going to keep on investing. We're going to keep on buying in. You know, you can see here in the last month, it's been down almost 22%, but no worries. This one we own 0.128 shares, so we own almost 13% of one share. So this one would probably be the second closest to get a full share if that opportunity does come. Like I said, we might sell, we might, you know, do something else different, but if you're following along, you guys will be able to see that happening kind of in somewhat of a real time as we keep releasing these videos here as well. All right, so we got $1 into EXP World as well. So all of these are going to get an extra $1 put into them over the next day, because like I said, we're doing this on the off market. So the market's gonna open in the morning. We're gonna buy an extra amount. You know, I'm not doing limit orders, which I think they just started doing limit orders for Cash App, so you can kind of time it a little bit better as far as price point. But we're just doing market orders. We're just putting in the $1. I'm not too stressed about, you know, where this is going for the most part. We'll see what happens. I think once we get to a certain amount, we'll do some really cool stuff. Maybe add or take away other stocks. Again, kind of based off of what you guys are thinking. With Upstart, you know, we have the biggest gain. Do we sell the biggest gainer and then move that money to something else, or do we sell the biggest loser and go to something else? But I'm not really a big fan of selling whatever's down at the moment, because there's better opportunities for, you know, a bigger growth coming back from that. So we'll kind of see how that all plays out in the long term, because I think it's kind of cool. I'll just slide quickly over to the Bitcoin, see where we're at. This was actually just money that I got from Cash App, where they sometimes give you like a little bonus for buying something with their debit card. So I have about 578 in there, and we'll see how that kind of plays out, because I don't really like, I mean, I actually like buying Bitcoin on here. I just have a majority of my Bitcoin with Coinbase, which if you guys are interested, I'll link them down below. You get like $10 in Bitcoin for free. So I have most of my Bitcoin there, but I have a little bit here. I can sell and transfer if I wanted to, which is kind of cool. But going back to this, if you are interested in checking out the short little training for using Cash App, if you want to like learn how to buy and sell and everything, again, I'll have that link in the show notes. You can click them, or if you're just like, you know what, I'm just going to get started, I'll have that link down there for you too as well. But if you want to keep on learning, growing, and, you know, focusing in on your investing, check out my next video right over here. My name is Dennis, and I'll see you in that next video.